check, mic check.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Very good, guys. Testing, testing. I didn't
Hello, hello, everybody.
Let's let's get spooky, creepy. Let's get creepy. 8 p.m. Take maybe 6 or 7.
I don't know.
know.
What's up, guys?
Welcome
Welcome to our Whiskey Wednesday.
another Winky Wednesday.
Today,
Today we have some cookie ghosts and some.
trying to mic check, mic check. Can you guys hear us? Is the audio
Everybody,
okay?
it's okay? Okay. So look, well, we got some cookie ghosts and then we got some ghost shallows that we can try.
Yeah, so we're trying a new.
We got 4 likes
All right.
right now. Thank you for hitting the like button, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. We got Victor here, we got Maria, and we got Corey. Thank you guys
What's
so
up,
much
Corey?
for being here with
What's
us
up, Corey?
today.
Hello, Victor.
What's up, Corey?
Hello, Maria. Thank you guys for joining us today.
We
Getting ready
are
to get spooky
get
or
creepy.
creepy with the stories.
Creepy.
We are. Hey,
No screaming.
sorry guys.
Sorry.
So we are trying to test out a new microphone because we noticed the one from last week was a little like high pitched maybe.
Yeah.
So we wanted to see if this one is better. So let us know, guys, if you could hear us well, like if it sounds clear, and if I do get too loud, please let me know.
Yeah, because she's a little loud. She's a little loud one, so.
I am. I am. I can't help
The
it.
sound and the voice is good.
Yeah.
Maria said the sound and voice is good.
All right. That sounds perfect. All right. So what do we have today, Chilo?
Today we have Voodoo Ranger. This is a IPA, and it's a Juice Force IPA. It's a hazy imperial.
9.5.
It's 9.5.
These are actually really good. I've tried them a few times already, and they're actually one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie. And I got my little what are these? The cozies?
Yeah.
I had to get a cozy for this one because we are doing ghost theme today. So it says here for the booze. Cheers, Chila.
Oh wait. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Thank you for joining us today, this Wednesday evening, to share some stories about
Yes.
creepy, spooky Halloween time.
Yes. But before we get into that, I really wanted to talk about our movies from last week. Good?
Yeah.
You know what? It actually tastes a little stronger than I remember last time.
I guess because I haven't been drinking beer that much. You know, I haven't really been drinking beer.
You're right.
So when I tasted it right now, I was like, ooh, it was a pretty refreshing taste. It was a little bit strong, but
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's an IPA.
Yeah.
I feel like IPAs are always a little bitter, so it's very rare when an IPA isn't
Yeah.
bitter. Maria says it sounds good, a little echo, but doable. That's what I wanted to.
Yeah, we didn't
get
mess
away
around
from.
with the. You can try to move this to the side. Right here. Let me go. This is what we needed to do.
Yeah,
but
maybe we're not gonna
didn't
mess
wanna-
with it
I
today.
didn't want to mess with it.
I think we're gonna probably do a another test run, or should we just switch to the other mic? What do you think? It's okay. We can figure it out another day. Yeah, as long as it's not like super echoey. Is it?
No,
Can
it's
you
fine.
hear?
I can hear it fine.
Okay. Corey says I've had that before. So do you like it? Is it one of your go tos? It's one of my go-tos because of the percentage. Because it's a 9.5
Hmm.
and it's a tall can. So that's why I always like to get the Voodoo because it's like a one
Yeah,
hitter.
it's the big one. It's not the small one. So
But last time we tried Voodoo, it tasted like juice, like almost like orange juice.
yeah, that's
And it
why.
was an IPA too.
Mhm.
So I don't know if maybe this is it's a different one. I don't know. But I do like them. So cheers.
Voodoo Ranger. Salud, everybody. Thank you guys for being here.
We have Chilo Maria says
Let's start glitching. We barely
I know,
started.
I know. Well, it's 8 o'clock, so we're starting a little later,
Yeah.
and that's usually the time I start glitching. Maria says Chilo has leveled up his taste buds, not a beer person. Yeah, he's not a beer person.
Yeah, I used to drink quite a few beers before, and we used to drink a lot of IPAs and regular beers. But yeah, from a moment this way, like beer kind of just started like loading me,
Yeah, that's why you don't
and for
really
some
like it, huh?
reason, like I haven't had a whole lot of good experiences with beer recently, so I kind of been reducing the beer intake.
Yeah, we have Daisy in the house as well. She said,
What's up,
I
Daisy?
made it. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for being here with us, Daisy. I hope you guys are doing amazing. We miss you guys, and I hope we get to see you guys soon. Maria says the Whiskey Wednesdays has leveled up his taste buds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corey,
Yes, we can say that.
we actually did get whiskey today.
Yeah, we had to.
Yeah,
We had
I
to.
told you, I'm like, we can't go, like, one day is okay, but we can't go 2 days in a row without whiskey. So we did end up going to pick up the whiskey earlier today before we started the live stream. Um, Isabel is here as well. She said,
Hello, Isa.
what's up,
How are
people?
you?
Hi, spooky friends. And let's see. Corey said, "I do like it, but I don't drink a lot of beer. It is good. It is a good one though. Yeah,
Yeah, same here. I don't, drink beer on a regular basis, and we don't anymore. Like, and it's not like we
no,
used to.
no.
We'll have some drinks here and there, but it's not a regular thing that we do.
Yeah. Maria also said, please help our Jurassic Chaos get to 20 likes before 9 p.m. Yes, guys, thank you so much. Hopefully, we can get there today. I don't know, since we did start a little late, I don't know how far we're going to go in today. But if we can get to 20 likes while we're here, that
We'll
would be
appreciate it.
amazing. Yes, yes. So, a quick share. I wanted to show you guys before we start, I wanted to show you guys the little ghost shots that I made. They're little jello ghost shots. Do you want to grab one so we can cheers and drink one or take one? So I made these little ghost jello shots and like they wiggle. I didn't know if it was gonna work, but
So it's Jello.
yeah, and it has tequila in it.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it. Yeah,
Tequila.
that's why I said it's a ghost jello shot.
Oh, I thought it was just Jello, man.
So we're keeping it with theme
You
today.
You should put some whiskey up in this.
I know. I didn't know how it's gonna taste, but I could try it with the next one. So cheers.
Taking a Jello shot.
I like it. Kissing. Kiss. Mmm. Ooh. It's strong. And I only put half a cup.
Hey. Well, Mom.
Is it good?
Well,
Do you like it?
I taste. We got a little bit. Mom.
No, you cannot taste that.
It's for adult food.
Sorry, buddy.
Not for you.
So we got the lights here.
No, not today.
They're too bright, but I can see right there.
Sorry, buddy.
It's too bright.
It's fine.
It's good. So see the light, right?
It's actually really strong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can take the aftertaste, like when you first bite into it.
You can
It's
taste
Jello.
the tequila.
But once it goes in, you can taste it. It's good though.
I'll make you some. I'll make you some tomorrow. Okay. I didn't know if it was gonna work out because usually Jello is like so runny. So I tried this new recipe that I found on Instagram, and I wanted to see if it was gonna work. And since we only bought one packet and we only had a little bit of tequila left, I was like, let me just try with the tequila.
Let's just get rid of the bottle.
Yeah. So for sure, I liked it. I think that's like a good party
It was decent.
favorite,
Yeah.
or like a little party
It's
thing. To say.
definitely
And I like that they jiggle.
Yeah, jiggle,
Little
jiggle,
ghosties.
jiggle, jiggle,
Yeah, they're
jiggle,
so
yeah.
cute.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we'll be taking those throughout the night as well. Let me go back into the chat.
Yeah, go back in the chat. We don't want to miss anything.
Corey said, good job getting the stockpile filled again. Yes, I'm telling you, Corey. I told him right away. I'm like, you need to get on it, and we need
Yeah,
to
we need
have
to
it.
replenish. I'm more of a whiskey drinker now. I'll have a little bit on the rocks. You cannot have that one, buddy. Okay, you cannot. It has alcohol. It's not for kids. Only for adults. So I like drinking
Yeah, you can
more
take one of those.
some mixed drinks or just
This
something
one.
on the
This one.
rocks and take it more relaxed.
Okay, guys.
It's better on the tummy and it's healthier.
I am gonna try the ghost cookies.
Relax, man. Don't drop my stuff, man.
I'm gonna eat it and take a bite and try it if it's good or not.
I made some ghost Nutella pies
Oh
too.
yeah, let's show these.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna try these in a little bit.
But they didn't come out that great.
They're ghosts.
It's supposed to have the what is it? The sugar.
It's still good. It's still good. There's Nutella inside of it with a little cookie crust.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean pie crust. Pie crust.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just some.
Let me go back into the
I'm
chat.
gonna taste this.
I keep I want to read it from here, but it's even tinier.
It's so small.
I know.
Does anyone have any suggestions on how we can increase the font of the chat? Let
Red
us know
took a
because
Yeah.
we struggle to read it.
Isabel said, I feel like I haven't seen y'all in forever. Miss my friends.
Yeah, we definitely have it.
know.
We definitely have it.
I miss you guys so much too, but I'm glad that we get to hang out here
At least virtually.
through online. Yeah, this
Okay,
is why we like to do it every week, because we still get to hang out with you guys, even though it's not in person. You know.
I hope it's good because last time I tried this ghost pies, they're really,
Okay, take your bite.
a little good.
This boy could talk for days. It's good?
Just like mama.
Really good.
Okay. Alright. Go watch the TV, you could change it. Put a movie on. Let me go back in here.
You can take it to the table, buddy. You can take it.
Maria said, how cute! How do you get the black dot? So I ended up using a permanent marker because I wanted to make sure that it was...
We're eating permanent marker?
Yeah. Like, it adds to your... I'm just kidding. I came out with
I was
the
about
marker.
to ask the same thing too, Maria, because I was like, I don't remember us having a food coloring marker. Like,
it's an edible marker.
they're edibles.
They're for cookies.
I just saw the permanent marker right there, so I better not use it.
I wanted to see if Chilo would fall for it, because when he saw me come out with the marker, he was like, why are you drawing on them with a marker? But he didn't know it was an edible marker. Oh my gosh. You almost. It adds a little to it. Just kidding.
I'm down with it, just
Nah.
disclose it. I need disclosure.
Corey said, ha, that is more creative than my shots. You know, Instagram and TikTok, like, they just teach you so many different things. That's where I've learned all of my tips and tricks. Like,
definitely.
I love TikTok for that reason, because it teaches you, like,
because it's quick.
Recipes.
It's quick. They explain things.
I'm gonna
Bam,
take
bam,
another one.
bam. and it's a quick learn, and so it's like micro learning tutorials. We love them.
Yeah,
Let's
definitely.
go. Let's do it again.
We got Juan in the house as well. He said, "Saludos, guys. I'm grilling right now. What are you making?"
What's up, Juan? Juan Macatax, thank you for joining us. Appreciate the love.
Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to make some carne asada.
Mm,
His brother gets down with the
he
carne
loves it.
asada.
He loves everything cooking on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
He just loves doing it.
Or sometimes he makes like cheeseburgers with the pineapple, like grilled pineapple. So good. His brother gets down. Isabel said, "How you doing, Maria? We went for eggs, milk, and water to Walmart, and $85 later, I regret it." Yeah,
Ah, Isabel.
it's
Isabel.
crazy.
Go with a list of things to buy.
I
Stop walking through the aisles.
know, right? Thank you, Maria, for welcoming everyone in and letting them know to secure their like. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully, we can get to 20 likes today. If we get to 20 likes, we got the whiskey on deck so we can take a shot.
Yeah.
Pinkies up. Ooh, that was strong.
Hey, I think you put more than half because
No, it was literally less than half,
I
too.
felt that one.
Yeah, I felt it too. Oof, that one was strong. And I even added a little more water. Maria said we got 8 likes today.
Woo!
Woo-hoo.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah. Maria said, "What flavor are the cookies?" I put Nutella inside of them.
Yeah, they're Nutella. It's just a cook. It's a pie crust, and inside of it, it's filled with Nutella.
Yeah. And I sprinkled the
Some powdered
sugar, the
Some
powdered sugar on top, but I think I did it too soon because it wasn't cold yet. So it like crumbled, like it like it's okay. We're gonna eat them anyway.
We're just gonna use it as snacks.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause I get hungry. Haven't ate really dinner, so.
Corey said, "Let us know if the cookies are good." Oh, did you try it?
Oh no, I haven't tried the cookies.
I didn't try them either. I also got this recipe from Instagram.
Let's see.
Let's see. I'll try one of them. Mmm. Mhm. Maybe a little more Nutella.
A little more Nutella would have.
Mmm. They
They're
are
good.
good.
They're good.
Mhm. I thought it was gonna be too dry because I didn't put a lot of Nutella, but it's actually a good. Reminds me of like a donut, like a crunchier donut.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I'm gonna make those again. Um, Maria said, "How many dinosaurs does Obi give the cookies?" Ah, Obi left already. We'll ask him when he gets back. How many dinosaurs do you give the cookies?
Out of five, I think I give them a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think a 3. It needs a little bit more Nutella, and I'm not a fan of pie crust. It's a little dry, but I think with a little more Nutella, it evens out the flavor.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not. Yeah, I think a 3 too.
Mm-hmm.
I give it 3 dinosaurs as well. Let's see. Maria said, "How are you viewing the chat on YouTube Studio?" Yes, on YouTube Studio. And then I opened up the other, like on my, excuse me, on my tablet, but it's so tiny on my tablet that I rather read it.
No,
here.
this one is through Prism.
Oh, you're right. It is through Prism. I take it back. It's through Prism.
That one is through YouTube, but this one is through Prism.
Maria said we got 10 likes. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for getting us there. We're almost
about to do a little dance right now.
Okay, if he gets to 20 likes, he'll do a little dance. He'll do the Tootsie Roll. Juan O'Mac says, "I'm making hot links with jack cheese melted on the grill." That sounds amazing. Do you deliver? or what time can we show up? Uh, Corey said, carne asada. Let me know when I can stop over. Sure will. And we'll make sure that his brother makes you an extra plate. Cause I promise you, you won't want to leave. Like he's so good, right? Hortensia's also here. She says hi Dee, hi Chilo.
Hello,
What are you
Hortensia.
snacking on? Hope you guys are doing well.
Alright, we got two snacks today. The net made some ghost jello shots with some tequila in it.
You gotta jiggle it.
The ghost jello shots. And then she also made some ghost like cookies, pie crust, and Nutella inside of them.
Yeah.
So we're trying to keep it spooky season.
Yeah, so I wanted to
No
stay
touch,
with
buddy. No touch.
theme and do like
No, this is not for you, buddy. Mommy's gonna make
it's
some
just
for you.
ghost theme today. Since maybe we'll be talking about some spooky ghost stories.
Rex over here trying to sneak one in.
I know. I feel so bad. I didn't have time to make them for the boys. And I feel bad because he wants it, but it has alcohol in it. So I can't
Like
give
trying
it
to
to
get
him.
one.
I'll make some for him tomorrow. Corey said, if it makes you squint your eyes, it means it was a good shot.
No,
Yeah,
it was. It was definitely a good
sure.
shot.
It definitely made
It
me
was
squint.
strong, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good. Let's see. Maria said you can always dip into more Nutella.
Look,
Oh, wow.
it's dripping.
Thank you, buddy. Can you put it back?
It's dripping.
Okay, put it back.
It's a bit of
Yeah, we can, or like dab some on
Have some
top.
on top, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Maria. Corey said, do the cookies pair well with the beer?
Actually, they're okay. I mean,
I'm gonna say no.
I thought it was okay. I took a little sip after I drank the beer, and it wasn't bad.
Oh, Maria said puff pastries might work.
Mm.
You're right. I think that would be a better combo, right? Maria said, "Wow, did I hear
Okay.
Chilo is doing the Tootsie Roll? The
No,
like count
no.
went up to 11."
You said.
No, I said you were gonna do
I
it.
thought I was just gonna do a little dance.
Corey said, "Hey, Hortensia." Maria said, "Now I'm seeing a hidden Mickey
Don't touch.
on the ghost, on the little Jello shot ghost." Yeah. Hortensia said, "Those are cool Jello."
I'm gonna die.
Excuse me, Jello shots and the ghost Nutella desserts look delicious. Heard you mention more Nutella. Yeah, you can never go wrong with more Nutella. Nutella is always so good. Hortensia also said, did you make a short on those? I didn't because I was in a hurry and I didn't know if it was gonna work. So I'm gonna go get some more supplies tomorrow, and I'm gonna make it without the alcohol in it, so the boys can eat them. And then I'll make a short with that one, or maybe I'll try it with the whiskey.
Yeah, we're gonna get it some whiskey in there, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cause it's the apple whiskey, so maybe it'll taste good if we
It'll
do
give it that different flavor. Yeah.
if we do the sour apple jello or the apple jello with that
That
apple
apple.
whiskey. Ooh, that actually might be really good. I think we're gonna give. See,
Hey, and we need
Hortensia, you're making me
to,
think
and we need to
already.
keep track of which ones we put alcohol in and which ones we don't, because we don't want the kids getting.
Maybe we can do different flavors.
Yeah.
Like we'll do orange
We'll
for
do Cutter
them
one
and green
and
for
Cutter
us.
for- yeah.
That's a good idea. There, see, we got this. We got this. Maria said, "Welcome everyone that is joining. Make sure to lock in your like. It helps the channel." Yes, guys. Thank you so much, Maria.
everybody. Thank you.
It really
Thank you, Maria.
does help us. And if you're new to our channel, feel free to jump in the chat. We always love to hear from everyone. So jump in. Everyone is always very welcoming. So you're more than welcome to get in here and chat away with us. Maria said, if you make it with green jello, it's going to look like that movie with Robin Williams, Flubber. Yes,
Oh,
that's right. I was also thinking about that movie. It's a kids movie. Um, Hotel Transylvania.
mm-hmm.
There's a Jello man in
Is it
there.
Jello Man?
Yeah. And he's green. I was thinking of him too. Hortensia said, I love the ideas. Thank you, Hortensia. Yeah, I'll for sure do a short on it. And I'll definitely tag the girl that posted the recipe because so what I was looking for was a recipe where the ghost would stay intact and be like jiggly because usually Jello it like it crumbles.
Yeah.
It's really watery. So
Yeah,
as
these
soon
are
as
these are staying up. They're holding up pretty good. Look at that. I love the little jiggle, the little jiggle. Even on the plate right here when they're standing
You want to
up,
show
like
them the plate? I just put them up on the plate.
so right there. Look.
Oh,
Oh, uh-oh.
we gotta lose one. Oh my god,
They're,
that's
they're
too
dancing.
funny.
They're dancing.
Yes and yes, said Hortensia. And Corey said you should look up how to make bourbon balls for a treat.
Ooh, we've never had that.
What is that?
What is that? Bourbon balls. I gotta look that up.
Yeah. Hortensia said, taking notes over here, Corey. Yes, let us know so I can start jotting that down too. That sounds amazing. Is it
Oh, I
chocolate?
think they're chocolate. Is it chocolate? Bourbon.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna look for a recipe and see if I can make them.
It's a southern delicacy.
What?
Wow.
It's like cake inside of like cake with bourbon dipped
It's
in
like
chocolate.
cake pops. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
cake pops.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a try, Corey. Maybe we can have it for next week, right? Let's see if I can make
They
it
look
happen.
good. They
Yeah,
look good,
that
Corey.
looks
Maybe
awesome.
we'll give
Have
it a
you
try.
made them before?
We've never tried them before.
Maria said, oh, that Jello got some white stuff now. I know. I didn't want to say, but I was thinking the same thing. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. So really quick, I wanted to get into the week one movies that we watched for the first week of October. I wanted to ask, what was your favorite out of them, out of all the ones that we watched?
So we watched Hocus Pocus, Scream, Halloween Town, Psycho, Scream 2, and Haunted Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite one, and I think classic for me, is always Hocus Pocus
Mm-hmm.
for week one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Scream and Psycho, but I think every year Hocus Pocus has been like a classic for us. So I think I just enjoyed that one the most.
Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus.
Yes. That's always a must first day watch for me. I know I've mentioned that before. I just absolutely love Hocus Pocus. It gets me into the spooky spirit. But this week, I really liked Haunted Mansion, the 2023
The newer one. The newer
version.
one. They're the original
Not
one that
the
we used
one
to watch with Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, yeah, not that one. The newer one. So I think it was in 2023.
I don't remember when it was, but it was a newer version of the Haunted Mansion, also on Disney Plus, and it was more adult,
Yes.
like more adultish, because the original one, or at least the one that with Eddie Murphy, that one has the kids and like it's more
family
funny, it's more
friendly.
family friendly. The newer Haunted Mansion one, I think, was a little geared more teenage adult type of audiences.
Yeah, and it was kind of creepy. Like, not gonna lie, when we were watching it, I was like Chilo, stay up, because like some parts are kind of creepy, like
We
the
were watching
bride.
We were watching it at night,
And Chilo turned off
I was
all
like,
the
I turned
lights.
off the lights, like let's get in the mood. But with the lights being turned off, I was already tired. So like I was dozing off a few times, and she was like, "Hey, stay up with me." And I was like, "Man, why don't you by yourself if you want?"
Yeah, but
I said, "No."
it was
Oh
such a
man.
good movie. Like the storyline was so good. All the actors that were in there were so good. Excuse me. What's Owen Wilson? Any movie
Yeah,
that Owen Wilson is in, I
it's
absolutely
super
love because I
hilarious.
think he's so funny. Let me go into the chat real quick. Cause I saw Corey said I have never tried to make them, but have bought them. There are a few different ways to make
Yeah, I
them.
was seeing that. I was seeing that there's a few different ways that people make them, and they look good. They look good. So maybe we'll go ahead
Give it a
and
try.
give it a
I'm
try.
gonna look for a recipe. Like I'm gonna see if I can find a recipe on TikTok, and then I'm gonna try to make them. Maria said, "What's the favorite scene of Hocus Pocus?" I'll
Mm,
let you go first because I know mine.
you know mine?
No, I don't know yours.
Let me think about it. Let me think about it. I definitely like.
Okay, you want me to do
Yeah,
mine?
do yours
Okay.
first.
Mine, my absolute always favorite scene is when she no Rex.
It's not for you, buddy.
When she opens the window and she says, "Yeah, that's for
For
grown up."
grown-ups.
Sorry, buddy, you can't have it. I think we just need to finish him so he can't doesn't keep coming back. I don't want that one. Sorry, guys. We're gonna keep taking our little shots so that Rex doesn't want any more.
No, not for you, buddy.
It's for grown-ups. Yeah, it's for grown-ups, buddy. Just put it on top of your beer so he doesn't grab it anymore. Anyway, back to my favorite scene is when she opens the window and she goes, "Oh, look, another glorious morning. Makes me sick." That's like my absolute favorite part. I always love that part. And the reason why it's my favorite part is because I love gloomy, rainy days. So when I see sunny, hot days, that's how I feel. I'm like, ugh, like another sunny day, wakatelas. Like I prefer rain, cloudy. Like when I wake up and it's cloudy and rainy outside, I actually get up happy and like I want to go outside and like do stuff outside. Like I'll even go to the beach. That's how much I love rainy, cloudy days. Maria said the new one with Tiffany Haddish. Yes. Have you seen it, Maria? It's such a good movie. If you guys haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. It's a good movie. The storyline is good. I like how it's more for adults a little bit. Like, yes, it's still for kids, but it's a little creepier. So I think it makes it more fun. Juan said, "Miss you, friend. Hope you're doing good, Hortensia." And Hortensia said, "Doing well, Juan Omac." Uh, she said, "I'll be back on IG soon. Hope all is well with you." Oh, yay, Hortensia. Let me know when you come back on IG so I can follow you as well. By the way, guys, if you don't know, Hortensia goes live from Twitch, and she is freaking awesome. We just joined her live this week. And it was so good. Like, no lie, me and Chilo were sitting there like, and he was listening to it on his headphones and I was listening to it on my phone and we were just both jamming like Hortensia, we love it. It's so much fun. We are definitely joining you again. Oh, it's starting to melt because I was holding it. It's just so strong. Hortensia said, "I've had a bourbon cake before, delicious. Someone made some for a work potluck." Ooh, a work potluck. That's awesome. I want to say I have had bourbon cake before. I just don't remember the taste too much. I do remember liking it. Oh my god, that I think like all the alcohol went to the bottom of the ghost, so that's where like it hits. Let's see. Hortensia said, "Jello, cheers, cheers." um, let's see. Hortensia said, "I love pecans. I'll have to check that out." Corey, definitely going to see that, Corey. And Maria said, "We got 20 minutes for the end of the challenge of getting 20 likes. Please lock in your likes." Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate you so, so, so much. And Hortensia said, "Thank you for joining me. I was so happy to see you guys on my stream." Yeah, we were so excited. I was telling Chilo, I'm like, okay, I need to download it on my phone so I can jump in. Because I had created Twitch like a few months ago. I don't remember who was going live on there. And I'm like, oh, I'll go check it out. And I downloaded it for that, but I never went back in again. And I was telling Chilo, like, I know that you go on live on Twitch, and I kept telling Chilo, like, okay, I'm gonna download it on my phone so I can join because I definitely wanna check it out. And so finally that day, I was like, okay, I'm gonna download it and we're gonna listen. And it was so good. I loved it. Thank you so much for going live because we were like no lie jamming. And when you put your videos on YouTube too, I'll play it in the background, and the boys are like jamming too while I'm cleaning or like doing stuff around the house. Hortensia said, "Definitely will add you on my IG as soon as I create my account next month." Sounds good, Hortensia. I'm excited. And then hopefully, I'll send you some of the recipes that I find because I know like you like to do stuff with your son too, so it'll be perfect. Oh my gosh, we got 20 I mean 12, 12. Thank you so much, Maria. We're almost there. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it to 20 before 9 a.m. I mean, what the heck? Those Jello shots are getting to me. I don't know if we'll be able to get to the 20 before 9 p.m. But you know what? Maybe we can still get Chilo to do a little dance for us. We'll have to see if we can convince him. Maybe if he ends up taking a shot, he'll do it. Maria said Chilo will be doing the Tootsie Roll at 20 likes. I know. He will. He loves to dance. He just likes to front and say that he doesn't. So back to the movies really quick. Have any of you guys watched The Haunted Mansion, the 2023 one? I believe it was in 2023. Let me double check. No, no, I know. I just seen it. Let's see. Haunted Mansion 2023. Yes, it was in 2023. Look, he's already dancing.
Sorry,
I
guys.
told you guys. He loves to dance. I think all the characters, all the actors that were in that movie, like it was such a good it
Or
was such a good I want to say lineup, but I know that's not the right word.
the cast.
The
It was
cast,
a good
yeah, it was
cast.
such a good cast. There you go. Did you like the movie, Chilo?
Yeah, I did. I liked the movie.
So what's your favorite scene in Hocus Pocus?
Well,
I already said mine.
sorry guys, I got distracted. We just fed the kids, and they're over here telling me that they're still hungry, and I'm like, you guys just ate, man. So
They eat a
I had to
lot.
give I had to give them a little snack, little cereal, something. So one of my favorite parts is the part when the zombie gets up.
Oh, Billy?
Yeah, when they're in the cemetery,
Yeah.
and like
He's like,
they woke him up, like he's like, what do I have to do with this, man? Why you guys waking me up? Like his face and his
movement.
yeah, his movements are like, like go chase him, and he's like, that's one of my favorite parts. When they're in the cemetery and they're chasing the kids, and he's,
Yeah, that's
why you waking me up? I was already down there, man.
Maria said, "I have not seen any Haunted Mansion." Can I ask why? I'm curious.
Wait, do you not watch scary movies, maybe? Let us know.
Yeah, but Haunted Mansion isn't that scary.
It's
Why?
man,
The 2023 one was. I'm not gonna lie. It,
it
it
was
wasn't.
definitely more for like teenage
Yes.
adults,
Yes.
less because I mean, it had a little bit of more haunchier, creepier stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. Like I'm telling you, when the bride comes out, that creeped me out.
Yeah, it looks.
And because she goes like the way she turns her head and like twitches, I'm like, whoa.
All the characters, I think, added a different element to the movie. But what I love the most is that they incorporated the actual haunted mansion from Disneyland.
Yeah.
So we're not getting any spoilers, but if you guys haven't watched it, you should go check it out.
Yeah, definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. Just watch it during the day with the lights on. Hortensia said yes, both. I like them. Right? Like I feel like we like the Eddie Murphy one. I think Eddie Murphy is really good, but I really love the 2023 one. I think it's more because of the actors too, because they just Owen Wilson is so funny. Like the little things that he says, like they just crack me up. And then all like I feel like if I was to meet him in person, I feel like that's how he really is. Like very no sé. I don't know how to
No
describe it. I
sé,
just think
no
he's
sabe,
like
no sabe.
yeah, like little remarks that he makes, just they're funny. Corey said, "Dance, Chilo, dance."
We're in the
Hey.
mood, man. It's hump day. We got a lot done this week. Got some drinks.
Yes.
We're
Cheers.
having a good time. We're
Cheers.
having a good time.
Maria said, laugh out loud. Come on, we need 8 more likes to get Chilo's special dance. We're almost there. Hopefully we can get there. We'll see. We'll see. So for sure. So Haunted Mansion was your favorite.
No,
So
Hocus Pocus.
I'm sorry, Hocus Pocus. Haunted
But
Mansion.
we liked and enjoyed the new Haunted Mansion one with Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, Rosario Dawson. Like all the characters, like they each played a really good role in the movie. So
Yeah, even Jamie Lee Curtis was in there.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was Madame Leota.
yeah,
Yeah, and I was telling you, I'm like, um,
it
when
didn't look like crap first. Like we couldn't really.
when she was in the crystal
Yeah,
ball,
she
I was
was-
like, is that her? And she was like, I don't think so. And I'm like, no, it looks like her. But then when she comes out, I'm like, no, that's definitely her. And so when the credits came out, her name was in
It
it. I was
said
like,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I told you it was her. Like like the whole cast of that
It was a
movie
good cast.
so
It was
good.
a good
Yeah.
movie.
So for week 2, we have Beetlejuice, which we already watched. Black Phone, which we watched yesterday. Love that movie. Casper tonight. Trick or Treat tomorrow. Halloween. Hocus Pocus 2. And on Sunday, we have Friday the 13th. Because it's the 13th on Sunday. I
We
don't
haven't
know.
watched that movie in years.
I haven't watched
It's
it.
been years.
Yeah. Do we own it?
You know what? I think we do own it. I think we own the DVD.
Yeah, I think we do. But we're gonna watch it on Paramount Plus because we don't have a DVD player anymore. So our movies are just
Yeah.
sitting in
We used to get we used to have date nights back when we first started dating, and we would go to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video, and we would get those movies and we would watch them.
Yeah, they were like $3, $5.
Yeah, they were on sale. They were previously viewed.
They were like the
we still
movies
have-
that were already kind of
Yeah.
scratched and people didn't want to rent or they didn't want to rent out anymore, so they would sell them. I'm doing the
Yeah,
last
I
one.
see. I see.
You want to cheers or you want me to wait for
I
you?
cheers you.
No, with your
Oh.
last of the toast. You want to wait? I'll wait.
Let's go. Let's do it.
It's the bottom part that you could taste all the alcohol, huh?
I think it's settled in at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I tasted that
Yeah,
one.
I told you. It's the bottom. Yeah, so I'm excited for Friday the 13th. We have a busy Sunday, so I don't know. We might have to watch that in the morning before we head out because I don't think we'll make it back home in time to watch it at
It's
night.
alright. We can watch it at night.
I'm scared to watch it at night. Hortensia said Friday the 13th. Ooh, qué miedo. I know. Ooh, it hits you, huh? The aftertaste. I think Freddy Krueger, for me, so the Nightmare on Elm Street,
Mhm.
that's a lot scarier than Friday the 13th for me. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Friday the 13th is more suspenseful
Hmm.
than it is scary,
Hmm.
and A Nightmare on Elm Street I think is more scary because that one is in your dreams,
Mm.
and so depending on when you watch that, it definitely I think, and it's a little more gruesome too with what
Hmm.
happens in the movie. So
So yeah.
so
All right. So do you want to get into our spooky stories?
let's do it. Let's do it.
Do you want to start
Go
or you
ahead.
want?
Go ahead.
Okay. So we'll get into our stories. They're not scary. It's just things that happen to me that you can't explain. So it's kind of like, was it a ghost? Like what? Like what
Are we
was
in the
it?
Twilight Zone or
Yeah.
something?
So when we first got together, I moved in with Chilo, and we used to live out in like West LA area, and probably like 2 months later, we lived there for what, 2, 3 months,
A few months, yeah.
and then we moved out here to Compton. His sister bought a house in Compton, but the house wasn't ready yet, and it's like an old ranch house, like they
Old
used to
style
have
house,
horses
horses in
back
the back.
there. Like it's a good sized lot. It's not huge, but it's a good sized lot. Big enough to have horses. And there was a lot of trees. It was like surrounded by trees. So my sister in law moved out here first while they cleaned up the backyard, like did a few fixed the house a little bit before we all came and moved in.
Mhm.
So I remember, like, I don't remember being scared of being in that house, and my mother-in-law was always home, so I was never scared to be alone there. But there is things that we would feel or hear from time to time. And my main one that I will always remember and I can never get over. I got every time I got home from work, I would immediately go to the room. Like, what happened? Okay, go over there because then your brother comes over here too and he starts screaming. So I was in the room, I was hanging out, and I had the door like cracked open a little bit, and Chilo had just gotten home from work and he was sitting, like he was saying hi to everyone. So it was his mom, his dad, his brother, and Chilo, and they were all in the living room hanging out, and I was watching a movie in the room. And so I was laying down in bed, and the window was like right on the wall behind me, so right next to me. And I heard like a clear, and I'm like, what the heck? And his brother is a jokester. Like he always loves to scare people. So I thought it was him. And I didn't even look out the window. I was just like, whatever. And then I heard it again. And I'm like, what the heck? Because as soon as I heard it, I can hear his brother laughing in the living room. And I thought, oh my God, like how is it that he knocked, but he's laughing in the living room? So I got up right away and I opened the window, the door, and I looked out, and sure enough, they were all in the living room. And I'm like, I'm tripping. I just got out of work. Let me lay back down. So I lay back down, and I hear it again, and I'm like, oh hell no! So I run to the living room. Remember? I ran to the living room and I told Chilo, I'm like, someone's in the backyard. Like, who's in the backyard? And my mother-in-law was like, no one's here. Like, we're all here. No one's in the backyard. Mind you, we had a pit bull, and that pit bull was very aggressive. So if she didn't know you, she would bark at you or bite you. Like, she bit the neighbor once because the neighbor thought it was okay for her to walk
She
in,
tried to walk in through the side door and nobody was there.
and she bit her.
She came in, like, the dog was there.
And yeah, she
Got
bit her
ran.
finger. Yeah, luckily it wasn't that bad. But anyway, like that's how aggressive she was. So it was impossible for anyone to be in the back. So as soon as I told my mother-in-law, well, I told all of them. So they were like, no, 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 like there shouldn't be anyone out there. And they all got up and ran. So my brother-in-law went through the back door. Chilo went to look at the backyard, and then my mother-in-law went through the front.
Through the kitchen.
Yeah. So there's one, two, three. So the main door, the side house door that leads to the other side of the street, it's a corner house, and then the kitchen door which leads to the backyard. So each person went out one door, and they all met at the middle, and they were like, "There's no one here. You're tripping." And I'm like, no, there has to be someone here. I clearly heard the knock. It was like loud. And they're like, no, you're tripping. Like, you didn't hear anything. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So everyone goes back in. I go lay back down and I hear the knock again. I ran out of the kitchen. I mean, of the restroom, the kitchen, the restroom, the room so fast. And I'm like, I swear to God, I just heard it again. My mother in law, let me tell you, my mother in law is not scared. She was like, oh, if someone's out there, I'm about to get them. They're gone, buddy.
There's no more, buddy.
They're all gone.
Yeah, if you want a cookie, you can take a cookie.
She was not scared. So she went again with a stick, I don't know, or knife, something. She had something in her hand and she went around the house twice. Nothing. I was scared. So I told Chilo, like, I know you're hanging out with your family, but you need to come into the room because I'm scared now. I don't want to be alone.
I was like, we already went to go check. What are you talking about? We all went to go check, not just me. So we all went to go check, and there was nobody there. So I was like, nah, you're tripping.
Yeah, and we couldn't explain it. We couldn't explain it.
Well,
Hold on, really quick. Gio and Grace is in here as well. Hi, Gio and Grace. I hope you guys are doing
What's up,
amazing.
Grace? Thank you guys for joining us.
I hope that the kids are doing great as well. I hope that we get to see you guys soon too, because we've been talking about it, and hope we all get to hang out. Cheers to you guys. We're talking about ghosts. Well, what I think was a ghost story. But yeah, like I couldn't explain it. We couldn't explain it. So finally, we all went to sleep. Next day, like nothing happened. No one cared. Little by little, things would always happen in that house. My father in law would get home late at night and he would walk in through the garage, and he would always say that he felt like someone either tap his hat off or like grab him by the head. And we would always make fun of him, huh? We'd be like, oh, don't come home too late because the ghost is going to get you.
Yeah, and he had
was scared.
Yeah, he had a habit of going to the back and like just hanging out in the back, having a beer, and like just hanging out and listening to his music in the backyard by himself. And for some reason, like from time to time, he'd be like, "Hey, did anybody go to the bag? Did you guys see anybody?" And we'd be like, "No, like nobody's back there." He'd be by himself, and he'd be like, "Nah, man, I swear somebody was like grabbing my hair or like grabbing my hat or like something." There was always something. He was always saying something, and we're like, "Nope, nobody was over there. Nobody was messing around."
Yeah.
'Cause my brother would always mess around with him.
Yes. So, like I said, my brother in law is a jokester. So he was always scaring everyone. And that's why I thought it was him knocking on the window. But it was impossible for me to hear the knock and immediately hear him laughing in the living room. Like, there's no way he could have ran that fast and been laughing in the living room. Like, and sure enough, I asked Chilo, I'm like, Chilo, don't lie to me. Like, was your brother messing with me? And he's like, no, I swear, we were all in the living room. And yeah, like, unexplainable. We used to have a lot of get-togethers in that house all the time. People used to come over, hang out, and a lot of our friends would drink. Or, I mean, we would all drink. So we would tell them like, stay over, don't drive home. Like they're, like why are you gonna drive home? And it was late already, like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. So they would stay over. And whose room was it at that time? Yesenia?
No, it was still Yanni's, wasn't
It was already Vianney's. So we had an extra room. Oh, you're right, because Vianney would go sleep with your mom. So we would tell them like, you guys can take my niece's room, and we would be in our room, and my mother-in-law in her room, my sister, whatever, right? And they slept over, and it was probably 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, and we were starting to doze off, and then we hear a knock on the door, and they're like, "Hey, can we just sleep in your room?" And I was like, why? Like, you guys have a bed over there. Over here, like, you're gonna be on the floor. And they're like, yeah, I don't care. Like, I'll sleep on the floor, but can we just sleep with you guys? And I was like, yeah, sure, I guess. I thought, like, they weren't comfortable in that bed or whatever. So they come inside. We set up our room was like a good size, so we were able to fit a few people in there. And we set up like the the blankets and stuff on the floor. And so I told my friend, it was a couple. So I told my friend, I'm like, you sleep with me in the bed, and Chilo and Alex can sleep on the floor. And they were like, okay, so the guy slept on the floor, the girl slept on the bed. And Chilo was like, hey fool, like why? Like what happened? And he's like, nah, like we just heard chains dragging in the backyard. And I was like,
I was like,
chains?
"You're tripping! Like, there's nobody back there anymore. When we just left, we had we, everything had ended already. So we put everything away. There was no music. There was nothing going on anymore. And they swore that they heard chains back there. And I'm like, there's no chains back there. There's nobody else back there."
Yeah. Hold on really quick. I'm sorry. Let me just go into the chat because I don't want to get backed up again. Jan Grace said, we hope all the same, friends. Yes. Thank you guys so much for being here. Maria said we got 14 likes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for being
We
here and
appreciate
helping
it.
us. Chilo's going to do a little dance. I know it's already past 9 a.m., but since we did start late, we
It's
can
9
add a few
p.m.,
minutes.
but it's okay.
What did I say? What did I say? Did I not say 9?
I said 9 a.m.
Oh my god, I keep doing that. Anyway, he'll still do a little dance for you guys if we get to 20 likes, and we'll take a shot of whiskey. Let's see. Rugai. Henry's in the house. He
What's
says,
up, Henry?
knock, knock. Ooh.
¿Cómo está, compa?
And Maria brought the
Thank
chair
you
for
for joining
him.
us.
Oh, we got JG Voyages as
What's
well.
up,
Thank you
George?
guys
JG
so much
Voyages.
for being here. He says, hi, D and Chilo. And everyone saying hi to everyone. Thank you guys for always being so welcoming. We appreciate you all. Oh, Rob is here too.
What's
Thank you
up,
so much
Rob?
for being here. Rob says, "Oi." So Rob
Hi,
can
Rob.
Rob has been to my mother-in-law's house, and he can testify. Is that the word?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he can confirm. It
Confirm
was a little creepy.
that the backyard was creepy, and he actually went after all the trees were gone.
Hmm.
So by the time he came over, the trees were completely gone. Daisy too. Daisy had been to that house too. I don't know if they experienced anything ever in that house, but
There was always something. There was always something. Well, I I don't think I ever experienced something there, but somebody always told me about stuff. My brother, my sisters, or my dad,
Vianney.
Yanni, like they always told us, and I never experienced anything. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess it gets some people and not others.
I guess. I guess.
Oh,
I mean, it definitely got me. Henry said, Maria, I was driving and had to turn on the Dodger game really fast. Yeah, we've been
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we've
I
been,
have it in the living room, and it's going good right now for the Lawyers.
yeah.
8-0 over San Diego.
Honestly, guys, I knew they were gonna win today.
It's because I wore this shirt. They needed the force. They needed the force.
Uh, Maria said, welcome everyone joining the stream. Lock in your lights on your way in. Yes, thank you so much, Maria, for that reminder. And she also said, Henry, don't say that. Our Jurassic Chaos is more important than the Dodger game. Thank you, Maria. It is. Guys, they're gonna win. Like, I feel like it's all shown now. You know, like they lost yesterday to make it a little like interesting. They're gonna win today, and then next game we'll see. We'll
We're
see
gonna bring
who
it back
takes
to LA
it.
and we'll see.
Yeah. Daisy said it's time for me to go once the scary story starts. Aw, I'm sorry, Daisy. Daisy likes the scary stuff. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yes, we
We
appreciate
appreciate
you.
it. We appreciate the love.
Uh, let's see. Henry said, Maria, oh, but I've been watching on my phone. Okay, okay, you're forgiven. And everyone saying hi to everyone. Rob said, yeah, things were definitely paranormal at that house. See?
There was always
Told you guys.
We were always hearing stories from people all the time, and I don't know, nothing ever happened to me. So
Well, not to Chilo. Chilo never, ever, ever said, like, oh, I heard this, or my scariest part, well, the window knocking was creepy, but when they told us about the chains dragging in the back, for them to have their own bed, their own room, their own privacy, and give that up and be like, can we go to sleep in your room? Like that tells you something.
Yeah.
Right? Like they must have been super scared for them to be like, yeah, no, we rather sleep with you guys than to be in that room. And even my niece,
and
like,
we're adults, all right. We're adults by now, so
yeah,
it's not like we were teenagers or something. Like,
yeah,
we're already in our mid-20s,
yeah.
and we couldn't believe it. After he told me, I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, and that's what they heard. That's what they experienced.
And it's crazy because I think your brother said that he would hear the same thing. Was it your brother or
Yeah, but my
Yesenia?
brother was no, it was my brother because he used to sleep in that room too.
Did he? No,
Yeah.
it was always Yesenia.
No, he used to sleep there, and
You're right.
and he slept in the garage too for a minute. Remember, he converted the garage, and so he used to say, but he was always messing around, so I never knew if like to take him serious or not because it was always like, are you joking? Are you being for real or what? But
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. For someone to tell us that they heard chains dragging in the backyard, again, there's no way anyone could have gotten to that backyard. Mind you, the gates to the backyard are tall.
Yeah,
They're super high.
they're like 10 feet high.
Yeah, so it's not like someone could even jump over. So the wall itself is too high for someone to jump over, and then the dog was very aggressive.
Yeah,
That
so
no
the
one
dog would
would.
be everywhere. If anyone would be close by, either in the front yard or in the backyard, like the dog was running back and forth. So there was nobody ever got back there
Yeah.
without us being there.
I have a funny story about the dog too. I don't know if Chilo will let me tell it, but we'll get into that in a minute. Let me go back into the chat. Ajay and Greg said, "Go Dodgers, let's go!"
Let's go,
Yes.
Dodgers. 8-0, 8-0 so far.
Yeah.
Got it going on right here.
Yeah. Chila's always on it. We've been watching the games. It's just tonight, you know. To be honest with you guys, we love hanging out with you guys, and we are so thankful that you're here with us. So I told Chilo, I'm like, you can have the game in the background if you want to, but we are still going live because we wanted to hang out with you guys.
Yeah, and we ended our day a little bit later, so we started a little bit later, and it was just the turn of events. So thank you guys for still being here with us.
Rob said MLB is scripted. Honestly, I
we've
think all sports are now.
We've had our conspiracy theories about sports in general being scripted
hmm
because there's a lot of money involved in sports, and so obviously extending the game in any series, whether it's baseball, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, any sport, it's always going to generate more money when you extend the series. So
Yeah,
I think there's a little bit of truth to that.
yeah. Maria said, laugh out loud. If we hear fireworks, we know we won. That's true. We heard them.
Yeah, we heard them
when they won.
the first game.
Yeah.
I think the first game they won.
Yeah. Henry, and I think we were backed up in the game, like we weren't current. So the fireworks were going off, and I told you,
Yeah,
did they win? Did they win already?
We paused it.
We paused it a few times. So I told you, I'm like, did they win already? And he was like, no, it's live. And I'm like, nah, they won. And sure enough, like a few minutes later, it was like they had won already. Maria said, oh, she's, yes, todo bien. Let's see. Rob said some people are just more open to activity. I agree.
I think that might be Rob. Honestly, I think that might be because, like me, I haven't experienced that a whole lot during my life, and a lot of people around me have. And so for me, it's always been like, I don't look at it that way, but a lot of people are like, oh yeah, this happened to me. And I'm like, yeah, nothing like that has ever happened to me.
I've actually been sensitive to that stuff since I was a little girl. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And it's weird because it never used to scare me before. Um, it was creepy, right? It was kind of like, ooh, like, I see that shadow, but like, what else am I gonna do, right? So it was creepy, but I wasn't super scared. And as I got older, I started to become scared of it. And now I'm kind of back to that. There's things here in the house where I'm like, I feel like someone's behind me. And obviously I turn and there's no one there. And I always think like I'm not scared, but I am. If that, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like it's creepy, but I'm like,
yeah,
okay, I'm not gonna move out. Like I'm stuck here, so like I ghost. We gotta live together. Like you do you, let me do me.
What was it last week?
Just don't pop out of the mirror. That's it.
That I was working late last week and it got dark.
No, he was at his mom's house.
Oh, that's what it was. I went to go visit my mom, and I took the boys with me, and I went like right after I got off work, so it was around 5:30 or 6, and so it started getting dark, and I was there till like maybe I don't know 8:30 or 9, and by 8 o'clock I think you called me. You called me. You were like, "Hey, what time you coming home?" And I was like, "I'll be home in a little bit." And we were having a conversation at my mom's house, so I got distracted. And then she's like, "Okay, what time you coming home now?" And I was like, "Why? What's going on?" Like, I thought, me bringing the kids and what happened, buddy? She got some time to herself, right? So
Because I was
I lost track of
thinking
time. I lost track of time, and then she texted me like, "Hey,
it has
um,
no battery. Use that one. Sorry. Yeah,
so
he
I
lost
ended
track
up,
of time because he was like, "Oh, I'll be there in like 15 minutes." And mind you, they live like 10 minutes away.
yeah."
So I'm like,
So I was
okay,
only gonna be here. I was only gonna be there an additional 10, 15 minutes. It took me 10 minutes to get there because they're not too far from our house. And then
and
you were like,
he
"No, you
took
need to
like
come
another
home."
extra hour,
That
and I
wasn't
was
an
like,
hour. It wasn't an hour, but it was like 30, 45 minutes probably. All right, maybe almost an hour.
it was an hour, and I was like, dang it, like, and I didn't want to keep bugging him, like, hey, like, come home already. Like, I just text him once, and I was like, hey, what time are you coming home? And he's like, oh, like 15, 20, like, no, 15, 10, 15 minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay, perfect, And he goes, why? What happened? And I'm like, uh, I'm just scared, and I don't want to be alone anymore. And he was like, okay, fine, like, I'll go. But I think it's because we've been watching a lot of scary
Right.
movies lately, and I think, like, being alone, we live in Compton, guys. So there's always noise. There's the helicopter,
Helicopters, there's
sirens,
cars.
cars.
There's always something. It's never quiet. It's never like.
Never. It's very rare when it's very quiet. Dogs barking, people screaming, music. This night, it was quiet. There was absolutely no noise. My neighbor just decorated their house. All their lights were off. It was weird. Like, there was no noise, none, and that's why I was like freaking out a little
That
bit.
makes you uncomfortable being without noise.
Yes, like I could never live in like a fancy area where it's like quiet all the time because I think I would freak out every day. Like,
We've been so used. We've been so used to the damn noises that it'd be hard for us to live somewhere that's completely quiet.
yeah, for sure. Um, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Maria said, super excited. Our Jurassic Chaos is close to reaching 1.4K. That's right. Thank you guys so much for helping us
all the
get there.
support. We appreciate all the love.
Yes, if you guys don't mind sharing anyone that you think would be interested in our channel, send them our way, and hopefully we can reach that 2K mark because Chilo is gonna grow his beard. No, his mustache. His mustache, so you can see if he looks like Cantinflas. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Henry said, you and Grace, I had my email ready to send to my boss because I wasn't going to show up to work tomorrow. 3 more out.
Yeah, man, I'm seeing the
what is
bottom
it?
of the ninth.
Oh my gosh.
So
I told you they're gonna win. They're gonna take it. Jen and Grace are laughing and Maria said laugh out loud. Yeah, guys, so that house I feel like has always had like a little creepiness. And then going back to Rob, he said, I've seen some Tell us about it, Rob. Like, I want to hear about it because I feel like everyone's experience is different. I'll tell you, when I used to live at home with my parents, we lived in a apartment on the top floor, the second floor, and I would always see shadows in the hallway. It was always a man's shadow, like a tall man shadow. I would see little kid shadows. Um, like, it was weird. And then one night, actually a few nights in a row, I would go to sleep. I was sleeping, and I would always feel something on top of me, like like a kid on top of me, and I would turn and I could feel the kid like trying to like laugh like like trying to mess with me. And then I would turn this way and I could feel the kid jump over me and like See, did you guys hear that? Like, that's all night. Huh.
Sometimes.
And I could feel the kid like messing with me in my face, like kind of like trying to play with me. And one day I told my one night like it was so much that I sometimes I couldn't sleep because I was literally like no matter what I like if I covered my face like I could feel like something jumping on top of me. And I told my mom like I woke up and I told my mom and I'm like I don't know if I'm dreaming or like I think I'm awake because I feel it but I don't know how to explain it. And my mom said I feel it too. You just have to pray. Like you just pray, and it'll go away. And game 5, they won. I told you guys they were gonna win. Woo 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 woo. Yeah, let's go Dodgers. They won.
And they did.
I haven't heard the fireworks. So again, like when I told my mom that, and she told me like I feel it too, just pray or whatever, and I'm like okay. So I started praying. Sure enough, it went away. But guys, like, let me tell you that I was never scared because it always felt like a playful, like playful. It just felt playful. My mom was pregnant with um a boy with I had a brother and he passed away. And I always like me in my heart, I always think like, what if that was my brother, like visiting us? I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it, because it was always a baby, like a kid, like Rex's age or younger. Like that's how I felt it. That's how I felt that type of spirit or feeling. Does that make?
I don't know.
It's
I don't
hard
know.
for
I
me to
never
talk to
felt it,
Chilo
so.
about it because Chilo doesn't believe in any of that.
No, it's not that I like. It just never happened to me, so I've never had like a personal story to share. And like a bunch of people around me always have stories, and I'm just like, okay, like I can listen to the story, and but it's just not something I can relate to because I guess I'm not sensitive to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not for me.
But
You can't
again,
scare me
like
like that.
I've always
Only
felt
real
stuff
life
like
scares
that.
me.
Real life me. Rob said, "Get me on the live cam, like on FaceTime or what?" Let's see. Chilo said, "Whoop whoop, let's go Dodgers." And Maria said, "I haven't heard no fireworks. Maybe there's a budget."
There may be.
They're waiting for them to win over here, maybe. No, Maria, there's fireworks all night in Compton.
All the
Every night.
time.
There's
Randomly.
no, there's no, oh, it's 4th of July. Like, 4th of July exists here all year round. Huh. Like, even if it's 3, 4 fireworks a night, like, there's always daily fireworks. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. So when we the 4th of July, people go wild. There's like fireworks everywhere. You don't. One year we couldn't even stay outside. Like we had to come inside because
The
smoke was
so
so
heavy.
bad.
It was heavy.
We couldn't even breathe. I was like, and Obi was really tiny. I was like, no, let's go inside because he was like not even 2 years old, huh? Oh yeah, like Rob's calling. Hi, Rob.
What's up, compa?
Maria said we got 15 likes. Yeah, but I don't know if they can hear you.
I don't think so.
Rob, I heard you were calling. I just saw.
Look, it's a Rob beer. Hey,
It's
that was a loud laugh.
but it's funny.
It's a Rob beer. Leave your head there. Take a screenshot.
It's like
That's so
like
funny.
a game.
Okay, go outside because I don't know. Can you guys hear him? So he could tell his story. Okay, tell it.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you can hear. You can hear. Yep. We're good. We're good.
Okay, so Rob's gonna tell us his ghost story. Hey, I believe in that too. I believe that there's angels that like watch over you as well. You know, because there's things like you can't really explain. Because there's like you even see it in videos where there's like two cars and they literally like smash into each other and there's someone standing there and it misses them by like an inch. Yeah, that's that's crazy. That is crazy.
That's crazy. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for sharing that with us, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing with us. That's Rob, guys. Ándele. Bye. That's so crazy. Yeah, like there's people, I talk to stuff like this, um, with, like, I talk about this stuff with other people, and people have told me, like, stories, like, kind of what Rob was saying, where there's things that have happened where they can't explain it, but they're just like, you know, it I should have fell, but I didn't. I should have passed away, but I didn't. Like there's like so many things, you know. Um, I don't know. It's hard to talk about it with Chilo because Chilo's like a non-believer. Te van a jalar las patas en la noche
Que
para
me
que
las jalen, que me
digas.
las jalen. We have a party.
Hoy sí vas a oír.
Vámonos.
Maria said, "Okay, I have to call it a night."
Thank you so much,
Thank
Maria.
you so much, Maria.
We
You're
appreciate
making me
it.
do the hearts now.
Thank you so much. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
all
much
the
for
love all
being
the
here,
time.
Maria.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
Have a good night. Catch you on the next one.
Yes. Have a good night, Maria. Hope to see you soon. She said, "Take care, everyone, and thank you for another welcoming stream." No, thank you. Thank you so much for helping us get to 15 likes. And I promise you, if Chilo dances, I'll take a separate video so I can send it to you. If we can get to the 20 likes. Yeah, like, it's so crazy because there's so many other stories that I can think of that, like, I've gone through. Um, but I don't know. Like sometimes I think of what Chilo says and I'm like, yeah, maybe it's not real. Like maybe it's just me like being crazy. But then how do you explain certain things where two different people experience the same exact thing? And like how do you explain that?
I don't know. There's some things you just can't explain. There's a lot of things that happen in life that there's no explanation for it.
Yeah. There's one time where I like thrifting. I love thrifting. So there's a lot of saying where they people say like don't buy things secondhand because a lot of the energy of the people that previously owned it might still be attached to the item. And hold on, guys, I'm sorry. Let me tell Obi to turn it down because he loves to listen to the TV super loud. Hey, I could hear it enough, like it's super blasting. Oh, I forgot my train of thought. Henry said, "Okay, I'm back. Thank you so much, Henry, for coming back. I'm glad that the Dodgers won. Chila's super happy that the Dodgers won. I am a Dodgers fan. I just, um, I, I kind of knew that they were gonna win already. Like, I feel like it was almost a given. And the fact that they won 8-0, like that almost was it 8-0? Was that the last score? Oh, Chino took it down. But yeah, I think it was 8-0, huh? Thing I forgot what I was telling you guys. I lost my train of thought. Henry said I got scared, so I went for the holy water. I know, right? There was a year where I told Chilo like, I need to go get some holy water because I just want to have it in the room just in case. When we used to live with his mom, because I'm telling you guys, like, there was, oh yeah, 8-0 for the Dodgers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it was almost a given that they were gonna win today. Did I not tell you they were gonna win today?
Yeah,
I told them yesterday. I was like, watch tomorrow. They're gonna win. Like for sure, they're gonna win. And he's like, no, you don't know. And I'm like, I know.
Oh, it's because they were playing.
I got the
They were
spirits.
playing
The
in San
spirits were telling me.
They were playing in San Diego, and I don't know if you guys heard about the little controversy of them limiting tickets to Dodger fans, and so they playing over there. They have their home team, their home crowd, and so it's different. It's different when you play at home than when you play away. So
Yeah.
I was doubtful. I was like, man, if they lose, that's it. They're out. But we'll see what happens. Next game's on Friday.
Yeah. So next game, that's when you know, we'll see.
We'll see.
May the best man win.
May the force be with the Dodgers.
Uh-huh. I forgot what I was saying. It threw me off because Obi had the TV so loud that I was like, let me go.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't remember. I was talking about ghosts. Anyway. Henry said, and closing out a series is hard. Yeah.
I think it's harder doing an away game than a home game. So, hopefully they can close it out on Friday, win it at home, and move on.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I definitely want to keep watching the games.
We'll see who they get to play.
Who they get to play after?
Yeah.
If they win. If they win. Yeah. Isabel said, Chilo, ha 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 ha. So do you have anything you would want to share that maybe you didn't go through but you know of or someone told you about?
Well, no, I mean, like I said, nothing has happened to me
Mm-hmm.
personally, but there was one time I remember.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Gio and Grace said, heading to bed. Have a good night. Thank you so much, Gio and Grace, for being here with us
Thank
today.
you so much, guys.
We appreciate you guys so much. I hope everyone is doing amazing. And hello to all the kiddos as well. I'm sure Obi says hi to Avery and Dom as well. He's always asking, hey, is that my friend Dom? When he sees like your guys' videos and stuff. But I hope you guys have a great night, have a great rest of the week, and we hope you have a great weekend as well.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us.
Henry said, when is game 5?
It's on Friday the 11th. So this Friday at 5 o'clock. Playing here at Dodger Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So they're coming back. They're coming back over here. So I think they're just gonna win it over here and close out the little Padres run. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm sorry. Okay, go back in. You were saying that.
No, but nothing has really happened to me. So like, all the stories that I've heard of are the only one story that I can remember when we were kids. Is one of our neighbors. We were watching a movie, and I think it was like a Friday or Saturday night or something. We were watching a movie at our apartment. We used to live in an apartment on the second floor, and when the movie was over, obviously it was late. It was like 12. It was like midnight or 1 o'clock, and our downstairs neighbor came to watch the movie. And when he left, he was like trying to call his mom to come outside and see him because it was dark and it was quiet. And we were in the little balcony area, the little walkway area. My mom and I came out. And so as he was walking, trying to go down the stairs, because the stairs led to the backyard. And as soon as he was going down the stairs, he heard a rattle. And I heard the rattle too. But I didn't get scared. I was like, oh, it might be like a cat or a dog or something. But it was loud. And so we were like, what the hell? But as soon as he heard that, he booked it. He was like, ooh. And it was he started screaming, Amma! Oh man, it was hilarious.
By the way, guys,
hilarious.
This apartment was like a 4 or 5 unit apartment. So it wasn't even that big of that long of a walk. It was literally Chilo's door.
It was maybe like 60 to 70 feet from the back of the,
Not even.
maybe less, maybe like 50 feet from the back of the stairway to the front. And so
What's the walkway from the garage to the front gate? Right here.
10, 20, 30, 40, or like 50
Yeah,
feet.
okay, like
Like
50
50
feet.
feet.
Yeah.
You know, so it wasn't big. It wasn't big. And it was just, it was hilarious. It was hilarious because we were watching a movie, we were watching a scary movie, and then he didn't want to go home by himself, and it was just like it was just
Home to downstairs. Like he
yeah.
literally lived downstairs.
So it was just a funny story, but like it wasn't anything that like we saw. You know, we just heard something. It was just like it was quiet. You know, it was like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't remember, but it was completely quiet. There was no noise. And as he was heading down, he was like calling his mom from, and nope. As soon as he heard, like we just heard some noise, and he was like, "No, mom!" Oh, he booked it. It was hilarious. It was so hilarious.
You know, it's so crazy because, again, actually, that same guy that he's talking about right now, he's the one that heard the chains in our backyard 15 years later.
Yeah,
Because you guys were like
probably.
12 when that happened.
Yeah, probably.
And when it happened at my sister in law's house, we were already like in our late 20s. Like we were like
mid 20s.
25 maybe. I don't think it charged, buddy. You
Just
can.
stay right there.
Okay, go try it. Go try it.
It doesn't matter. It's too late. Hey,
It's time to go to
bed.
sleep.
It's actually bedtime. It's time to go to bed.
Leave him a little bit.
Good night. Good night, buddy.
Sorry, guys. Gotta put those kids to bed already. Henry said, I felt someone sit on my bed in the middle of the night when I used to live by myself. See, I felt that too. Okay, so here's another semi story. When I used to live with my parents, I used to sleep by the window, and I would always have this feeling of someone sitting on top of me, and a few times, I felt, it's so dumb, but I always felt like a witch sitting on top of me, and she would laugh and like choke me and like melt my mouth so I couldn't scream, and I could feel that I was awake, and I would be like, like trying to yell to my mom because she was sleeping right next to me, and it was weird. Later on, I found out when I was older that that happens to you when you're so dead tired. So you're in a, what is it called? A deep sleep? Is that what it's called? Like a deep sleep where you your conscience is awake, but your body is still asleep.
That's called sleepwalking.
So you feel like someone is on top of you or like choking you or whatever, but it's just that you're so tired that you start. But to me, it was way too realistic. Where, again, I would tell my mom like I have these dreams and I have these feelings, and she would always tell me like, it's okay, just pray, and it'll go
Yeah, there's a
away.
lot of crazy stories, but I've never experienced something myself. So to me, it's like I hear people's stories and I'm like, okay, like, but I don't know.
Henry said, I've heard a horse dragging chains in Mexico.
Yeah, the dragging chains is actually pretty common because for some reason I've heard plenty of stories from different peoples in different times here and in Mexico
Mexico's?
they both, and is it a coincidence? Is it something that like is common to happen? Like chains are always like a common theme in when people hear stuff, and I don't know, maybe that's
So that's what I was saying. Like, how do you explain certain things? Like when Rob was saying, like, how did this guy wake up with like scratches, bloody scratches on his back? There's been times where Obi wakes up with scratches, and I'm kind of like he sleeps on his back. How does he have scratches? on his back. And for the longest time, Obi did not want to go to sleep in his room. Actually, let me back up a little bit. When we moved in, I was always scared of that room. Remember? Like Chilo told me, which room do you want? It's a two we live in a two-bedroom house. So it was this room or the next room. And he was like, which room do you want? And I was like, this room because that one creeps me out. And he was like, why? And I'm like, I don't know, it just creeps me out. I don't like it. And he's like, okay, so he made that room his office and this was our room. I've always felt uncomfortable going into that room. Unfortunately, we put our kids in there now. But this was like, we didn't have kids until 10 years later, 8 years later. So, like by then, I've been used to living here for so long that when we had kids, I didn't really think about it like that until Obi was like, I don't want to go to sleep in that room. And I was like, why? Like, what's wrong? And he's like, I just don't like it. And he never said he was scared. He never said it bothered him. He never said he saw something. He just said, I don't like it. I don't like that room. And I told Chilo, like, do we switch? Like, do we make this his room and that? This was before we even had Rex. And he was like, no, he's fine. He's fine. So I told my neighbor about it. I was like, let me sage this room really quick. Like, as soon as he told me, I was like, take out the sage. Let me sage this whole room. I saged the whole house just in case. But then she gave me this uh thing that's made out of the palm trees, and she said they bless them during Easter. I like Semana Santa, I think that's what it's called. And I put that in his room, and now he sleeps there all the time. He never complains. He doesn't say like anything scares him, or nothing. Like ever since I put that item in his room, he's never complained ever since then. Henry said like sleep paralysis. Yes, that's what I heard it was. But to be honest with you, like I feel like it's so realistic. So like for me, I still think it was something holding me down. But Chilo, because he doesn't believe in it, he was like, it was sleep paralysis. Like, you're just tripping. But I don't know. Like, how do you explain certain things like that? Especially when other people go through it too. Rob said, when we lived in Culver City next to a creek, Tony and I heard crying and a white figure walking through the water. See? Like stuff like that. Like how do you explain? Like I promise guys, like no like BS aside, when I used to live with my parents, I would always see shadows in the hallway. Like anytime I looked over into the hallway, I could always see a shadow and it was always like quick, like I could see it from the corner of my eye and when I would like look straight at it, it was like gone. Oh, now I remember what I was saying. My train of thought came back. Henry said palms from Palms Sunday. Oh, palm from Palm Sunday. For what? Like to read the Bible or what? um, so I was previously saying how I love to thrift and I love thrift shopping. And a lot of people say like thrift shopping, yes, it's great, but you need to be careful with the items that you pick up because a lot of people, like their spirits are still attached to those items. So you have to keep in mind that a lot of these items, especially items that were made in the 50s, 60s, 70s, like people passed away and then they were sold. Um, there was an item that I had got, and I remember like as soon as I brought it in the house, it was in the kitchen, and I grabbed it to move it, and the light started flickering like crazy flickering, hardcore flickering. And I was like, what the heck? And I looked up and Sheila wasn't here and I was like freaking out a little bit, but then this is the part where I say like I'm not that scared, like that it doesn't 100% scare me. And I straight said it out loud. I was like, look, I'm sorry, like maybe this item does belong to you. I apologize. It is mine now. I promise I will take care of it. Like please do not hurt me. Like I bought your item because I love it and I will take care of it. Immediately the light stopped flickering. And Chilo till this day he's like, you're tripping. Like the light just probably went out or whatever. But I swear to God, like I swear, when I how is it that all of a sudden the lights are flickering when I bring this item in? Like it was crazy. And sure enough, like my mom, there's things that I've given her and she's like, yeah, sorry, I can't take it. Like she'll keep it for a day or two and then she's like, uh, come pick it up or I'm gonna throw it in the trash. Like I don't want to hear. And she doesn't like to admit it anymore, but I feel like she's like also very sensitive to stuff like that. Henry said, I have a cross in my car made from those blessed palm leaves. Yes, from Palm Sunday. Yes, yes, yes. That you're right. Yes, Henry. That's what it is. That's what she was telling me. So she said that they make them only during that time and they bless them and then they sell them. And when she gave it to me, like I put it in his room above his bed, and sure enough, as soon as I put it up, like he's never complained. Like yeah, he said like, "Oh, I had a bad dream," but he's not scared as much as he used to be. Like before, he was really scared. Henry said, "What Obi has in his room? No, yeah, yeah, and that your neighbor gave to him. Yeah, yeah, it was that. It's made out of the palm leaves. Yeah, for Palm Sunday." That's what she told me. And sure enough, like I've always kept it. And I remember because I had asked her, like, oh, where did you buy it? So I can buy another one to put in the living room. And she's like, no, they only sell it during Easter, like Palm Sunday. She was like, you can't buy it until next year again. And I think when she gave it to me, it was like, um, I don't remember. It was probably like the summer or the winter or something. And she's like, you have to wait until next year when they make more. And like, I keep it there. Like, Rex has tried to bring it down so he can like play with it because he thinks it's a toy. And I'm like, no, like, don't touch it. Like, this has to stay up there. And yeah, they just keep it up there. But going back into like certain things like that, that's where I tell Chilo, my niece has also felt stuff like that. Um, I I have stories on top of stories on top of stories where it comes to things that I felt, things that I've seen, but I never really talk about it because she always thinks that I'm crazy or that I'm tripping. So like I really don't talk about it anymore. Um, but even here, like sometimes when I'll tell Chilo, I'm like, can you come to the bathroom with me? And he's like, no, like for what? And I'm like brushing my teeth, and I swear, when I'm looking in the mirror, all the doors are open, and I'm brushing my teeth, and like I just see like a shadow like run past the hallway, and it scares me, because it's like that point where you're like, wait, like am I tripping or did I see that? But again, what are you to do? Like if it happens, it happened. Like there's not much you can do. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, if you guys have experienced anything like that, let me know in the chat because I would love to read about it. Henry said, yeah, the Sunday before Easter Sunday. Yeah, that's what she was telling me. So she said that you can only buy it during that time. But I didn't know. Like, that was the first time I had heard about it. And no lie, it worked. Like, like I said, Obi never complained about it again, so it worked. And but it's there now, so hopefully I remember this upcoming year to buy one so we can put it like in the living room or in the room. I don't know. What happened? You disappeared.
No, man, I had to go check something.
Yeah. I was just telling them my ghost, my what I felt stories.
Okay.
Like, see, he always says that I'm tripping. I don't know. Like, how do you explain if someone else went through it too?
I don't know.
I think that's
It's
the
just not
reason.
something that I've experienced, so I can't relate to it.
I think that's why we stopped watching scary movies. Because I feel like that's how it was following me. Like, and sure enough, as soon as we stopped watching scary
Yeah.
movies, I stopped feeling certain things. I stopped seeing certain things, and now recently
Stop
that
waking
we,
me up to go to the restroom in the middle of the night.
yeah,
Like, that was bugging me because I don't like to be interrupted in my sleep. So,
and now that we watch scary movies, like I started seeing stuff again.
and our restroom's right there. So, literally, this is our room. That's our that door right there. Is our restroom. You should be like, hey, get up. What the hell? Get up for what? Just watch me go to the restroom. I'm like,
I can't. I like. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I know it happens. And the fact that people say that certain they see certain things like that too, it's like it has to be real, right? Okay, guys, really quick. Chilo believes in aliens, so isn't that the same thing?
no, no, I. It's not that I believe. That's different though, because I think there has to be something else out there. We can't be the only people here on Earth, and there's a bunch of sightings. There's a bunch of stuff that is like evidence that there's unexplained things. They're called UFOs for a reason. Unexplained flying objects. Like, and those are proof for me that I've seen some of those stuff. I've never seen what you're talking about.
But other people have seen it, so it's like the same thing.
No, because
You
it's not.
can't explain it, and it happens. George said, Jackie. Oh, excuse me. Jackie said she is scared to go to your house now because of all the spiders and spider web. It's okay, Jackie. They're just here.
These are just decorations.
There's none in the living room. There should have been some in the living room, but Chilo didn't help me add those anymore. I'm not. I'm not tall enough to clip them to the ceiling, even with the ladder. I can't reach. For that, I definitely need Chilo. Henry said, when our office was in Culver City late nights, we would hear the keyboards like if someone was typing.
Ooh.
That's creepy. Your office is sometimes
It's
empty.
Yeah, it's empty.
¿No
It's by
te da
itself.
miedo?
No, like I go in there, like nothing. Like it's peaceful. We're in the 18th floor. There's nobody there. Like sometimes there's just one other person there with me, but they're on way on the other side of the wing, and like I'm going to my room and to my office, and I'm by myself and doing my thing and listening to music and or podcasts. And,
Henry said, and the cemetery was across the street.
oh snap!
So I know exactly where
Yeah, I
that's
know where
at.
you at. I know where you at.
We actually know a few people that have been
In
buried
that
there.
cemetery. It was by what was it? Green light something. Remember Howard used to be there too, the chiropractor.
Across the
Green
street.
circle.
Yeah. George said, Jackie, okay, see you this weekend. Just kidding. Yeah, come on over. I promise, they're just in here. Well, actually, we have a few outside, but there's no spiders outside. Just spider webs. And a dinosaur. Oh, we haven't shared yet.
There's one spider.
Is it? Oh, yeah, on the window. On the window. It's okay. I know. Yeah, that's like another thing. Cemeteries, like, are you scared, would you go at night?
No problem. No problem at all.
There was a friend. We have a friend, and where was that asylum that you and Jesse wanted to go to all the time?
I think it was in Pasadena. Over
Oh,
there.
we should ask Bacon
It
about
was over
it.
there in It was by the hills. It was by the hills on that side.
I don't remember what the asylum
Let's
is
see.
called. But there's this abandoned asylum. You're right. I think it is in Pasadena, where everyone used to go. I don't know how it is now, but back then when we were younger, everyone wanted to go to this asylum because it was haunted, and you can like go in because there was no cops around there. Like it's literally in the middle of nowhere. No, it's not that one. And so our friend had like she kept bugging like let's go, let's go, let's go, and I was like, look, in asylum, that's where I draw the line. Like I will not go to an asylum. So she ended up going with some of her friends. Remember she was telling us about it?
I
Do you
don't
remember?
remember. No.
She was telling us about it, and she said that she was sitting in the back seat. I think they were in a Jeep, and there was no covering on the Jeep. It was like the open one, and they said that they saw like a shadow of a girl like in a robe, like a white shadow standing in front of them as they're driving past it, or like driving through the, because she said you had to go through like the woods, right, to be able to get
Yeah,
there.
it was a trail. There was a trail.
And so she said that they saw it, and they like obviously they weren't gonna stop, so they just drove through it. And she said she turned around and that she could see it still standing there in the middle of the road, like just staring at them. She's like, I will never, ever, ever, ever go back again. They never even made it to
I
the
don't know.
asylum.
Yeah,
Do you remember?
I don't remember which one
I
it
don't
was.
think they ever made it inside of the asylum. And I was watching a TikTok story. Some guy was live. It wasn't here in California. It was like in a different state, but he was in also in an abandoned asylum, and he was like going through all the stuff that was left. Like it was literally like they picked up and left. Like they didn't even, like everything was still there. And I'm like, hell no! And it was like 2 in the morning when I was watching it. I flipped up real quick. I was like, nope, nope, I'm not watching this. Um, let's see. George said, story time for us. Okay. When we went to the Whaley house in San Diego
Mm-hmm.
or South Dakota?
San Diego.
San Diego. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm still. In San Diego, in the dining room, the baby is known to haunt that area. Jackie said she heard a baby crying, but no one in the room heard it. See, like stuff like that. Like, how do you explain that? I've never heard of the. Is it Whaley House? Am I pronouncing that right? Can you tell us a little more about it, or do you want to look it up? I've never heard of that house. Henry said, I think the cemeteries in Mexico are scarier than here. I agree. I 100% agree. George said, so I think that Jackie is sensitive to paranormal. See? George, are you, like, have you ever felt anything like that? Like, does that, like, have you ever, um, felt anything or experienced anything? Because Chilo hasn't. So I think I am sensitive to it. But Chilo said, nah. Henry said, nah, those asylums are the scariest places, I think. Not even in daylight. Me too. That's what I was telling you. Like, she wanted us to go. And I was like, that's the one spot that I will not. not go to. And I'll ask her about it. Like, I'm sure she still remembers. So I'll ask her and see if she remembers what it was called or where it was. George said, yeah, you pronounced it right. Yes, so the Wailing House is in the haunted city of Old Town San Diego. Yeah, no, that's scary. So, speaking of houses, there's a house that I've been wanting to go to for the past 3, 4 years, maybe a little longer, huh? Since before the pandemic. The Winchester
The
House.
Winchester House. Yeah, that one we definitely want to go
Have you
to.
guys heard of the Winchester House? And if you haven't, like, you guys should watch the movie. The movie is so good as well. That's in our list for towards the end of the month,
Yeah,
actually.
next week.
The fourth week, yeah. George said we have a video on it. We want to go back and post a better video. You should post the one you have now, and then do another video, and then like redo when you guys go back, huh? Ooh, let's go together. Cause San Diego is way closer than the Winchester House. The Winchester House is in San Francisco or San Jose.
It's up north. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
up north. I think it's like 5, 6 hours from here.
George said, oh no, Henry said, YouTube, the Rolling Hills Asylum. Is that the one?
No.
Is that in is that the one in Pasadena? George also said, I definitely believe in paranormal. See? He also said we wanted to go there as well. To the Winchester House? Okay. So Obi's school provides funds for us to be able to go to the Winchester House. Because they do tours. They do spooky tours
It's like a
and they
historical
do
place.
historical tours. And our friends, it is in San Francisco because our friends used to live in San Francisco and they ended up taking that tour, but it was like a daytime tour. And I asked her about it, and she's very sensitive to like
In San Jose.
paranormal too. She says she feels it. Oh, it is San Jose? And she said that she's like, it wasn't scary, it wasn't creepy. She said, but there was one room, just one room that we went into where she said that she felt like a cold breeze. And I think they went during the summer, so she was like, it was hot. Like there was no, I don't know if there's AC in there or not, but she said that the way that she felt that cold breeze, like it made her feel uncomfortable. But she said it was just that room. She said it was a date. Was it a Daisy room that she said? But we definitely want to go to that house. And I was telling Chilo, if we get the tickets through Obi's school, like basically we get to go for free, all four of us. But I'm kind of hesitant to take the boys because they say that kids are more vulnerable to that type of thing, like to the spirits, to the paranormal. Like that's where like the Exorcist comes in hand. Like when my, like that's basically what happened.
Okay.
See, he doesn't believe me. So for me, like I'm scared to take the boys because that's what that house is based out of. Like she basically kept building rooms and building walls and building windows and doors that lead to nowhere because she was trying to get away from the ghost. Like that's what the the story of this house is, right? No, I know I'm right. Like I'm a little bit obsessed with this house. Like I would love to go visit that house. And you're right, it is before the pandemic because we had talked to Daisy about it before they were still living in San Diego.
Yeah.
And they told us that they had gone. And I'm like, I want to go so bad. It was way before we had Obi. Um, George said, I believe the Winchester house has more activity than the Whaley house. Ooh, that's even scarier. Henry said, Chilo, calm down. I'll take you to the drum barracks in Wilmington. Where's that at? Or what is that? Can you explain a little more on that one? Because I want to know too. George said, yes, kids are definitely more susceptible to that. Right? Like, that's what I heard. So it's kind of like, as a mother, like, why would I put my kids through that? Like whether it's real, it's not real, whether he believes it or doesn't. Like I don't think I could put my boys through that. Like I don't know. I would rather go just me and Chilo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't be able to get the tickets through school. Like the boys would have to come with us. George said also, due to the children's innocence, there is a chance the spirits can attach itself to the child and you bring it home. As adults, we can protect ourselves a bit more. Right. And they don't know that yet. So how are they to even say, right? Like, because they were like Obi when he was telling us, like, I'm scared. And I'm like, but what are you scared of? And he couldn't explain to us what he was scared of. He just knew that that room was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't want
And
to
now
go there.
he's actually been saying like, "Oh, I had a bad dream." I'm like, "What did you dream about, buddy?" And he's like, "I don't know, but it was a bad dream."
Mhm.
And so now he's like telling us about his dreams, and then it's, I'm like listening to him a little bit, but I'm like, "Oh, it's okay, but it was just a dream. Nothing happens. You're okay."
Yeah. Like, he's actually really good at, like, he'll watch the HHN videos. Like, George, when you guys posted the video of the the
The maze.
the maze that you guys went to, the porn maze, I forgot what it was called, but they were both sitting here watching it with me. That is the creepiest vlog I have seen. Like, I even told Chilo about it. I'm like, have you watched it yet? And that day he was like, no, I haven't gotten a chance to watch it. I'm like, oh my god, dude. Like, I was sitting here like this, like holy crap. Like, it's dark. And then George like, hello? Hello? And then boom, like, so he would pop out. Like, I was so scared. And they were literally sitting here next to me, laughing the whole time. Like, every time something would pop out, they were like, ha ha ha, ha, like, that's so funny. So, they're not scared. They're not scared of stuff like that. But, I don't know. Like, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to show them too much because, también, like, I don't want them to be scared. My dad would show me scary things when I was young. I think that's why I was never scared. Yeah. But as I got older, things started getting creepier. I think once you have kids, like Anaí was saying last time, once you have kids, like your whole mentality changes. Actually, Bacon was saying, your mentality changes. Henry said the drum barracks, am I saying that right? Civil War Museum is the last remaining original American Civil War era military facility in Los Angeles area, located in Wilmington. Whoa, I didn't know that. It's haunted. And that's like by us, right? Like by you guys? Like in that area, like between us and you guys, right? Henry said it's haunted, yeah. And George said haunted harvest. That was funny but scary. Yes. So that's one maze I don't think I can do. It scares me to be stuck in a corn maze because there's like how do you get out? And they're so long. Like that one, when you guys showed it at the beginning and it said it was $30, I was like, ooh, like 30, 30, 60 bucks. Like that's a little expensive. But when you guys walk through it, I'm like, oh, so worth it. Because it was so long and the scares were actually good scares. Especially like the pitch black parts where I was like hell no, I can't. Like I can't do pitch black. Like pitch black scares me because you could just hear stuff, but you can't see it, and you don't know when it's gonna pop out at you. So that's what I'm saying. Like I was literally sitting here like oh my god, was gonna pop out, and then boom, something would pop out. But your hellos were cracking me up at the same time. Oh my god, I loved it. That was my favorite vlog. Like no lie, like my favorite Halloween event vlog. Like it was so good. I loved it. Uh, Henry said, "Yep, down by us." Yes. Ooh, that's scary. Like how close are you guys to it? Cause ahí te van a salir los monstruos, te van a llegar, te van a jalar la pata peluda va a salir o la mano peluda va a salir en la noche. Oh my gosh. Yeah, guys. Again, there's so many things like I can go on when it comes to this stuff. I don't really talk about it anymore. Um, I think like Chilo sometimes he makes me second guess my thoughts, in the point of me thinking, is it real or am I just imagining things, like am I just tripping? But then again, like, how do you explain certain things? Again, like Rob was saying, like this guy woke up with scratches in his back. Obi, like, I've woken up with bruises on my leg, and I'm kind of like, I know I didn't sleep that well. Like, this was before we even had kids. Like, how do you wake up with a bruise all of a sudden when you know you've been doing nothing but sleeping? And even during the day, like it was days where I wouldn't even go out. We were home for the whole week. And how do you end up with a bruise in the middle of the night or when you wake up? Like certain things like that. Henry said, people have heard a ball bouncing in the second floor. They say it's a lit boy waiting for his it's a little boy waiting for his dad that promised him to come back for him, but he died in the war. He's been waiting for him ever since. That breaks my heart. Like, I don't know. Like, and little kid ghosts scare me. Like, they scare me so bad. And that's where I feel that Mexico cemeteries, how you were saying, I feel like Mexico cemeteries are the scariest because of the kids. Like, if you've seen videos, I've never been to Mexico or like at least to a Mexico cemetery. Um, but a lot of the videos that I've seen, kids, there's so many kids that have been buried in Mexico, and it's so sad. Like, right? Like, it's so sad to think about it. But they're the ones that come out. Like, well, I mean, me, I think. And there's I don't know. It's so much. There's my friend had told us a story when they went to, I forgot what it's called, but it's in Mexico City and it's like a little river or something where you get on a boat and it like it's so big on TikTok where you get on a boat and they take you like it's like you all sit on a boat and the boats are so colorful. And she said that they went to go visit and that they were on the boat and they were going down the river, and there was a part of the river that um the the tour guide was like, all right guys, like in this section, like you guys need to be quiet, you guys need to be respectful, and um we can't talk or drink during this section of the tour. And they all laughed or they were like, oh yeah, haha, whatever. Hold on, you gonna go? Okay, go. Yeah, I closed it. And so he passes by. I mean, they're passing by, and she said that her cousin started laughing and like making fun of that area. And soon enough, as soon as they passed that area, like the boat started swaying. And I think, I'm not positive, but I think she said that that's like the river of like where the Llorona drowned her kids. And so the river like started like going, like the waves started getting stronger, and the boat was like nonstop going up and down, and they honestly thought they were gonna fall out and drown. And she said like even the tour guide was scared. Like he was like, please, like, please, guys, like, stop, like, just stop. Like, I need you guys to stop laughing. Like, this is serious. And she said at that point, like, she got scared herself. And she's like, never, never again will I go to this area. Because it's supposedly known for where the Llorona drowned her kids. It's in Mexico. I can't remember the name of it. Rob said, I've always heard about the barracks. Driven, walked by, but never been in there. Would you go? Should we take a trip? Nah, nah, nah. I take it back. I don't want to go. George said, um sometimes I would wake up with random scratches on me. Jackie thinks it's the sunshine, and then I sleep on the couch. Just kidding. But it has happened for a while. No scratches as of recently. Yeah, sometimes Chilo wakes up with scratches too, and I was like, hey, like, where'd that come from? And he goes, oh, I told my girlfriend not to scratch me today. But see, like, how do you explain certain things like that? Rob said the Banning Mansion in Wilmington also. I've seen shadow figures in the windows when there isn't supposed to be anyone inside. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever heard of that mansion. Henry said, Rob, yes, a lot of people have seen that. Okay, you guys have to take me there, not to go inside, but maybe like we can just drive by. I'm very curious to go check it out. Uh, Henry said the maintenance workers told us he would go in every room and close the blinds, and then he would walk outside and look back. The blinds would be rolled up again. Okay, you guys have to tell me where it's at so we can drive past it. Rob said we would hang out at Banning Park after school a lot, so I've seen it multiple times, not just an isolated incident. Oh my god. I think we have to take a trip over there so we can check it out because that's crazy. See, so like things like that, like they draw my attention, and that's why I wanted to go to the Winchester house. The fact that this house has so many rooms, so many windows, so many doors to like nowhere, like literally a door on the second floor with no steps in front of it or anything, like that's where my curiosity like creeps up where I'm like I want to know more about it. So like places like this, but again, the asylum is where I cross the line. That's where I'm like, ugh, like yeah, I can't do it. The asylums do scare me because I feel like that's where if there is a spirit, that's where it would definitely attach to you because I know. Uh-uh. And again, if you guys haven't watched the Haunted Mansion 2023 version, watch it because that's kind of like in that sense, in that area of the Winchester House, like all of those movies. What's that other movie? Like I haven't seen it in so long either, but um, I gotta look it up. But it's another movie of a house where this family goes to live there and it starts haunting the guy and supposedly like I think it's based on a true story, but supposedly whatever was haunting that house kills the family, but the true story behind it is that the guy went crazy and he was the one that killed his family. I can't remember the name of it. The Amityville horror, I think. The Amity horror, something like that. I think that's the movie I'm thinking about. Henry said the mansion is on a park, so you could get off and walk around the house. What is it called? The Banning Mansion? Is that the one? I'm gonna look it up. Or maybe you guys can take me. Rob, maybe you can take me one day. Like, we can just drive past it. Because Rob actually lives in between us, me and you and Henry too. So like we kind of all live close to each other, so we can like meet at a park and then all drive by together. That'd be like a perfect Halloween, like Halloween trip for us to take, but without the kids probably, cause or I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we take the kids or do we leave them behind? Cause I don't want nothing attaching to them. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry. All right, guys. Sheila had to go put the boys to sleep, so I just went to go make sure that he was still putting the boys to sleep. Um, Rob said, yeah, the mansion is in the park and they used to do tours. Not sure if they still do after COVID. Oh, shoot. Hey, that's pretty cool because I had never, honestly, I had never heard about it before. Have you heard of the Banning Mansion in Wilmington? Rob and Henry were saying that it's kind of like the Winchester house, like it's haunted. Like there's stories behind it too.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, me neither. And it's here down
Manny
like
Park, Manny Mansion.
yeah, it's by our house. I mean it's by Henry, like closer to Henry and Rob.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I had never heard of it either. I wonder
There's
if we've even
tours.
passed by it and we just never like.
No, it's in Wilmington, and it's in the city of Wilmington. No, I don't think we passed by there.
No.
No,
Is there pictures?
there's a museum.
Ooh, I'm so tempted. Yeah, he said in Wilmington. I'm so tempted
It's
to
an
check it
actual
out.
museum. I've never heard this place before. Big park, and there's a park, and there's I guess a place to visit.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my ears off. They're hurting me already. Yeah, but I don't know. I think maybe we'll drive by it tomorrow. No, on Saturday.
I'm not gonna drive by it, man. You're a little weenie.
I'm not. She always says that I'm scared, but I'll do it. Yeah, he came back. It's time to go to
Buddy,
sleep, buddy.
it's time to go to bed. Okay,
Time
it's
to go to
past your
bed.
bedtime already. Okay, I love you.
All right, guys, we are gonna call it a night because I know we ended a little, we started a little late, but I do want to put the boys to sleep because we have an early morning tomorrow. Yeah, that's you. But I do want to thank you guys so much for being here with us today. If you guys have any other ghost stories that you want to tell us about, make sure you guys send it to my Instagram and we can read them next week during the live on Wednesday. Actually, no.
We're probably gonna switch it next week because we have an event for the kids on Wednesday. Are you sure it's next Wednesday? We
Yes,
thought it was today.
I know.
Okay. So we have an event for the kids next Wednesday for their hockey, and we might do it after the event, but most likely we'll probably switch the day because we're not sure how long it's gonna go. So we'll
Yeah.
we'll post something up on. We'll post something up.
Yeah, I'll post it on Instagram, but for sure, if we don't do Wednesday, we'll probably do either Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. By Monday, I'll know. By Monday, I'll know.
We'll see how the week goes and what other things we have going on. But
Rob said for sure it's next Wednesday.
yeah,
I don't know why I thought it was today, and I was like telling Chilo like, oh my god, I forgot, and no, it's next. It's next Wednesday. So we have a little fundraiser for Obi for his hockey. So we're gonna. It's early. It's at 6, but I don't think we'll be done by 7 or
So
even
we might
8.
start a little late, or if not, then we'll just take on another day. So
Yeah, but we'll let you guys know.
look out for the post, guys.
Yeah, and keep your notifications on in case you don't have them on. Make sure you turn them on. That way you know if we go live on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. But again, thank you
We
guys so
appreciate
much for
all of you
being
being here
here.
with us. Much love
Um,
to all of you.
George said bye, friends. Rob said for sure next Wednesday, and Henry said good night. Sorry I got here late, but great live
Thank you,
stream
Henry.
as
Thank you
always.
for coming.
No,
We appreciate the love,
thank
man.
you so much for even coming.
But-
Like we appreciate you guys coming in and spending your day, your night with us. And I hope you enjoyed the little ghost stories. I know they're not that big, but you know, little things that have happened and that we all go through. And again, if you want to share your ghost stories, make sure you send them to our Instagram so we can read them next week. Thank you guys. Have a good
Thank you,
night.
guys.
Have good
Have
night.
a good
Good night.
Good night.
We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.